Hey guys, it's Jake here with Futrell Marine. We're at our Heber Springs location today, and behind me is a brand new 2020 model MasterCraft X24. In 2019, MasterCraft came out with the X22 and 24 hull designs, and they've blown up. The 24, I'd say by far, has been our most popular size boat and model for the X series in 2019. So this is just a year old, this hull design, and it was built. It's a very deep boat with a lot of freeboard, and it was built to make big wakes. So if you're big into wake surfing or big into wakeboarding, this boat can do that and do it well. This particular boat has the silver metal flake through the middle. It's got the Kahuna blue, and then also the white hull bottom and the white hull cap that ties it all together. We've got the white designator through the middle to help kind of match a little bit. It's the tandem axle trailer that is specifically made from MasterCraft at their factory, designed for this whole design in this boat. At the back, you'll see at the swim platform, it's got the Kahuna blue flake to tie it all in, and we've got the sea deck that goes throughout the boat and transitions into the interior of the boat, which we'll see in a little bit. You've got nice billet aluminum hand grabs right here to help you get up in out of the water. You can see also if you're lounging in the back at these seats, which we'll take a closer look at in a minute, but if you're lounging at the back here, you've got the audio remote along with billet hand grabs and cup holders built into the boat there. You've got your patented Gen 2 Plus surf system at the back there, and you've also got a built-in step ladder that will actually come down and fold all the way out, and that only comes in certain models. So that's pretty neat there. Now, when you're full of ballast, this actual swim platform will be at or below the water level. So you may not need that, but all the time, but that's there if you do want it. So moving around towards the front, the bow of this X24, I want to show you. It does come, this particular one does come equipped with a spare. So you've got that. It's got the tandem axle trailer. The Fulton winch and jack set up at the front. You'll notice that docking lights have been integrated into the rug rail, so they don't stick out and they're not built into the hull, so that's nice. These are LEDs, they're really bright. And on the 24 model and the 22, they've taken away the front ladder to give you a little bit more room up in the bow, which is nice because a lot of people didn't use that front ladder, so for practicality reasons they thought more space would be better and more useful there, so that's pretty cool. Now let's take a look at the interior of this X24. Okay, I'm lounging at the transom of this brand new 2020, fresh to the showroom, X24, and this is one of my favorite spots to be, and this is one of our biggest selling points on this particular boat too. Other than the fact that, you know, the great wakes, the big interior for lots of room for people, and the deep hull design, which creates a really smooth ride. You know, this here is one of the biggest features. You've got these pop-up headrests at the back, so it's really, really comfortable. These are actually reclining and built in. The ergonomics on this are really comfortable. You have to sit in one to really get the full effect on it, but you've got billet hand grabs, which I touched on earlier, cup holders on both sides. This one comes with a GoPro setup, so you can put your GoPro in back here. There's a couple different mounts for it for surfing. You've also got a GoPro mount up there at the top of the tower for wakeboarding. You've got your transom remote for controlling all your audio, so you don't have to crawl back in through the boat. And then you can see this sea deck, it starts on the platform and then kind of moves its way through, and it actually goes throughout the whole flooring and interior of the boat, which a lot of people like, especially with this color combination. Okay, you can kind of see the color design, the layout. It's a beautiful color scheme. You've got a little bit of really light cloud gray. You've got some of the brown, coconut brown to match the flooring. And then you've got the Kahuna blue on the interior to match the exterior colors as well. And let me show you how some of the seating layouts can conform to what people really like, which is facing the rear of the boat, because all your activities going on at the rear with all the water sports. So take a look. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then if you count up in the bow facing the back of the boat, that's 8 different seats, riders facing the back watching all the action. That's what a lot of people really like about this when the water sports are going on. And all these seats are really comfortable. You just pull them forward till they click and they all lay down. This one, the center seat, actually lays down, and there's a hard substrate and cushion that goes in that makes this a full layout bedding area. If you want to lay some towels or blankets out there, that's pretty neat if you want to lay out and get some sun without the bimini up. You've also got, if you want to take a look here, you've got some cup holders and a place to put your feet up and all that, so that's pretty neat right there. Over here on the starboard side of the boat behind the driver's seat, you've got a built-in cooler that can be removable, and it'll hold ice. It's a Cordova cooler, similar to the Yeti, but a different brand, and it's built in there, perfect fit, so it won't be sliding around. It'll hold ice all weekend long. Over here, you've got the deeper storage on this side, and your ballast tank's up under there. So that's a good amount of storage on the port side. You've got a lot amount of storage under this. They're all of these seats are on gas shocks or hinges, so you don't have to grab a seat and move it. Your dual battery setup is underneath here, and it'll be on a Perco switch, which is actually underneath the Helm area, so that's easier to get to. You'll also have your amps. You've got a trash can built in under here, and that runs all the way continuous, all the way up through the bow. So if you've got to put any boards or water toys or something longer and bigger, that'll actually fit up underneath inside the storage there. This is the ZFT4 tower. So it's the upgraded tower with the bigger gas shocks on it. You've got swivel clamping board racks. So nothing cheap, all built aluminum, the whole tower, the board racks, everything clamped down instead of your bungee racks. So it's an upgraded tower. It swivels all the way in and then also all the way out. You can fit 4 boards in here. It will also have a surf sock whenever you open the bimini up that you can fit 4 boards in there. So you can actually keep 8 surfboards or a combination of surf and wakeboards above all your interior seating and storage area. So that's nice. This lays down and just pulling these out, one each side, and then it's got the gas shocks to assist it since these are real heavy with all the audio stuff. Lays right down and fits into winter storage nicely if you're going to put it inside. You've got surf tow points both port and starboard side. So if you're teaching beginners, or if you're a beginner yourself at driving, it makes it a whole lot easier to get them going, get them up and going on what side you want. That's a really nice feature. This bimini is a big bimini that opens up. It's real easy, no pins. It opens up and actually goes out past the driver's windshield out here, so it provides a lot of shade coverage to the cockpit, which is where most of your riders and people are going to be throughout the day. So that's now. Let's take a look at the beautiful multi-dimensional helm of this X24. Take a look at the seat here, the captain's chair. It's got the bolster that'll actually flip up, so when you get a little bit of the bow rise, you don't have to sit on your knee and wear your seat out. This actually moves forward and backward. It'll swivel and it will lay back and recline. So this driver's captain's chair it'll do a lot of different things. In these 2 dual screens, in the middle screen here, you can control it by your controller here. You can see you've got a rear view camera. I'm going to widen that out, and it shows your air temp and your water temp over here. This will be your depth whenever you're out on the water. So those are helpful things that you need to see. Miles per hour, RPMs, your volts on your batteries, your oil pressure, and your fuel. So all your main things that you're going to want to be seeing are built into this main home screen here. But you can use different variations of it. You can have your gauges split to each side. And then you can also pull up nav, which since we're in the building, it won't pick up. But you know, for a lot of guys, they know their lake, so they're not going to use this as much. But if you're out on the 4th of July after dark, or if you're new to a certain lake, or if you bounce around from lake to lake, this will come in handy. So that's nice to have added as an added feature there. And then you've got your radio. If you're just chilling in the cove or something like that, you might switch over to this one and see what radio station you're on. So you've got several different options there. I like the rear view camera the most. I prefer to use that rather than the rear view mirror, but you also, as you can see, have the nice PTM rear view mirror as well if you like that. Over here on the right screen, you can control everything from your surf system, your ballast system, your cruise control, your audio system, all your lighting, all your interior lights, your LEDs, if you've got any underwater lights, transom lighting, anything like that. You can set your depth alarms, you can look at your fuel consumption, you can look at a lot of different things over here. You know, there's a lot to that screen. It's user friendly, it's not too complex, it's touch screen, but you also have some manual switches over here. If you don't like, a lot of times I don't like, myself personally, like to touch a lot of the buttons, and I don't like the automation as much. I'd rather just have my manual switches and stuff. Or if for some reason they're boats, stuff happens, if that screen ever went out, you're not in trouble. You can still function your whole boat. You're not solely dependent on a screen like a lot of other manufacturers do with their setups. So this is a nice helm here, and there's a lot of intuition that's put into it, and the 2020s have a lot of new software with the Murphy setup. Over here you'll have a little holder for your phone. So if you've got an iPhone, a Samsung, any of those phones will fit in there nicely, and it's got grip pads so it's not going to be bouncing around everywhere. You've got a couple cup holders. The audio system is fully upgraded. It's clips audio throughout the whole setup. You'll have a sub. You'll have two different subs in this one, and then you'll have 4 tower speakers. Clips audio is super crystal clear. I put them up against any marine audio system out there. So come hear it for yourself and test it out. As we move towards the bow, you'll notice right here you've got your Perco switch along with your fuses. So where traditionally those are going to be up underneath the seat, they've moved them up under the helm, so you don't have to ask a rider to move, so it's a lot more convenient. Over here on the port side, you'll have your trash can to where you can throw your trash away right there real easily. And then last but not least, you'll have a door to close this door off, close this windshield off. And if it's a rainy day or a cooler morning or evening, put everybody in the cockpit, and once you get up to speed, it'll be warmer and drier with all that closed off. So that's a nice option. If you got grandkids or kids, put them up here in the bow, close it off, and it acts like a playpen as well. Moving up to the big roomy bow. I'm 6 foot. I've got plenty of room up here. This is one of the beauties of having a big 24-foot boat. You've got armrests. You've got hand grabs that are billet aluminum. You've got your clips audio on both sides, as well as your cup holders. Everything throughout here is billet airplane grade aluminum. It's not going to pit, rust, or corrode. You can easily fit 3 adults up in this bow comfortably. And again, a lot of your towboats are going to be straight up and down. They're not really comfortable. They look cool, but when you get out on the water and you're going over waves and it's really rough, it's hard. Your core's tightening and loosening. It's wearing you out all day. MasterCraft does a great job of what I keep calling ergonomics. It's the way that the seats are designed to fit and mold and contour to your body to make it more comfortable. You've got plenty of storage up on both of these, on both sides on gas shocks. This one we've got the cover underneath currently. This one runs all the way through, which I showed you earlier. So lots of storage up underneath here. I'm setting on your anchor storage here, so you got storage under there, but lots of room in this boat. This is a big, roomy family boat. If you've got lots of friends and family that come up, if you like to do a lot of surfing or wakeboarding, big wake stuff, you can empty the ballast in tube. It's not necessarily set up for skiing. This isn't what that boat's for. But if you're looking for big wakes, smooth rides, the X24 checks all those boxes. It's one of our best sellers. We're going to sell a lot more of them in 2020. Coming into the fall right now, we're going to start ordering those. So if you need to do that, get with me. MasterCraft does the full 5-year warranty. It's the best in the industry. That's on everything except trailer paint and gel coat. That's on the Ilmore engine, which this one has the 6.2. So yeah, my number is 479-252-0940. You can email me at jake@futrellmarine.com, or you can come by the store and see us here, and we'll have some in stock. But I'd love to earn your business, and I hope to see you soon.